The Pauper, Mark's Story, by Aston Clark. Narrated by Kaeomakana Tiwanak. Chapter 1. I have something I need to tell you. Something important. Ashley stops kissing my neck and stares at me intently. And do you want to tell me now, as we're about to get jiggy? Lying in the double bed in the apartment Ashley and I started renting a month ago, I look up at the ceiling for a brief moment and sigh. Ashley is the one, and she needs to know. I made a promise to myself years ago to tell any woman I was going to be intimate with about my secret. It's important, I explain. You already said that, sweetie, she massages my chest. But can it wait? I pause for a moment. Can it wait? No, I think. She has to know what she's getting herself in for. What she's getting herself in for? Where the fuck did that come from? It's only balloons. You see, I have a balloon fetish. I like to pop balloons when I make love. Not that I've ever had the chance to actually do that with a woman yet. Ashley is my first, and I'm not ashamed to admit that at 25, I've only just lost my virginity. I know a lot of guys would be ashamed, but Ash was well worth the wait. And now I've had a taste, I'm truly addicted. I want more. But it's not just that I want more sex. There's also one thing missing from my sex life, and that thing is balloons. I decide it's now or never. Bold as brass, I reach over to my nightstand and pull out a packet of jewel-tone Q16s. Ashley looks confused. What are those for? Well, I know what I want to say, but the words don't come. Jeez. Who knew telling a girl that I like to fuck balloons would be so hard? Do you have a fetish? She asks, looking at me quizzically. Well, yeah. Ashley is quiet for what seems like forever. She's thinking. God, I hate it when girls do that. I try to read her expression, but I fail miserably. Finally, she says, I don't get it. I mean, what do you do with them? I laugh. Baby, what don't I do with them? Mark, are you listening to me? It's only then that I realize I haven't actually answered her question out loud. I like to pop them. And that gets you off? Uh-huh. Do you need them, or... What the fuck? Well, kind of. For fuck's sake, all I want her to do is take a balloon, blow it to pop, and then let me fuck her brains out. But she's making things about 1,000,000% more complicated than they need to be. Suddenly, Ashley pulls the covers off of herself and gets out of bed. What the hell's she doing? This is not a good sign. I don't think I can do this, she says, turning to me. I get out of bed wearing nothing but my boxers and try to calm her down. Ash, what are you doing? Don't you ash me, she's shouting now. It's just a little fetish, I say as she starts throwing some clothes, my clothes, into a hold all. You think you're gonna kick me out over a fucking balloon fetish? She looks me dead in the eyes. She's got tears. How long has this been going on for? Since I was a kid, I say. How is that even possible? Her face wrinkles in disgust. Were you abused or something? How could she be so clueless? Ash, it's just something that happened in my life when I was young, and it stuck with me into adulthood. All I want is to see you blow up a balloon until it pops before we make love. I still love you. It's nothing to feel threatened by. After another brief moment of silence, she says, I think you need to leave. She hands me the hold all, rather forcefully. She then picks up the pack of balloons, looking at them with disgust as if they were a pair of dirty panties, and then places them on top of the hold all. After making me get dressed, she marches me out of the apartment, into the hallway, and into the street. Don't even think about coming back. It's over. She shuts the front door to the apartment building. So here I am. Single, homeless, and soaking wet. I walk round to the parking lot at the back of the apartment building, find my Shelby Mustang, climb in, and drive toward my parents' house. If I'm being honest, my parents' house is the last place I want to go right now. It's not that I have a bad relationship with them. On the contrary, sometimes they can be a little intruding in my life. I haven't actually spoken to them for a week. How can I tell them that Ashley threw me out? And how can I tell them why she threw me out? I don't know why I'm so nervous as I knock on the door. I straighten myself out as I wait for someone to come answer it. Eventually, Mom opens the door, and her face immediately lights up. Mark, she says. What a pleasant surprise. I decide to pull no punches. Ashley threw me out. Her face falls. Oh, honey, why? How can I explain to my mom that my girlfriend threw me out because I wanted her to fuck balloons? It's complicated, I say. But can I stay here for the time being? Of course, Mom smiles. So I head upstairs to my old room. I don't know if I was expecting it to change while I was away, but it's still the same. It's still got the old double bed, and there's still my porno posters that I cut out from top shelf magazines on the walls. I place the whole doll on the bed and start to unpack my things. Suddenly, there's a loud screeching noise coming from down the hallway. That'll be my little sister, Brittany. I say little, but she's only 5 years younger than me. You would never believe it, though. Brittany is severely autistic. She's obviously having one of her many meltdowns. Brittany is actually part of the reason my fetish started. Before you go off calling me a sick fuck, let me explain. Brittany is petrified of balloons and has been for all of her life, so much so that they have become something of a deep taboo in my mom and dad's house. And of course, when you're a teen, something that's seen as taboo also seems exciting. So on those rare occasions when I did have balloons around, mostly at school, at the prom and such, I would go all out trying to make them pop. Soon, the thrill turned sexual. My parents would be horrified if they found out though, so I've had to keep it a secret. During puberty, I would only play when the rest of my family were out of the house. I'd pop balloons and then dispose of all the evidence before they came back. They never found out. And now I'm back here. I'll have to go back to that sad existence. It's a depressing thought. Luckily, though, I have the internet to satisfy my urges. I take my laptop out of the hold all, boot it up, and connect to my parents' internet. I head straight for YouTube. Now I'm single, I have a free pass to check out any lunar chicks I want. There's various amateur girls on there who post videos of themselves playing with balloons. One of my favorites is a young British girl called Anna. She's very cute, and has this incredibly sexy innocence about that gets me rock hard every time. Tonight I'm in luck. After 2 weeks, Anna has uploaded a new video. I get myself in a comfortable position and press play. On the screen, Anna takes a pink balloon and puts it to her lips. She blows long, steady breaths into the balloon. I start to stroke my cock as I watch her intently. God, what I wouldn't give to be in the same room as Anna. She's gorgeous, and she genuinely loves balloons. I can see it in her eyes. But she's on the other side of the world from me. We'll never meet. She's my perfect girl, but I'll never get the chance to meet her in person. Now's not the time to go all sappy. I try to concentrate on the task at hand as Anna ties the pink balloon off and starts to inflate an orange one. I meant what I said about Anna being the perfect girl for me, but the only reservation I would have is that I've never seen her pop a balloon. So she's obviously a non-popper. That doesn't matter to me. She loves balloons just as much as I do, and that's what's important. Why the hell am I thinking like this? I don't even know this girl. She's in England, for fuck's sake. I try once more to concentrate on the screen as Anna inflates a red balloon. The other problem with Anna is that all her balloons are 11 inches in diameter, whereas I prefer much larger ones, at least 16 inches. Maybe they don't have larger sizes in England. No, I've seen guys talking about them on the forums. I'm distracting myself again. I concentrate harder on the video, trying to finish until finally I squirt everywhere. That was quite possibly the oddest fap I've ever had. Why did I start going all sappy over some random chick in England? Chapter 2. I've been living at my parents' place for 2 weeks now, and I'm starting to get looning withdrawal symptoms. Sure, I get by watching videos online, but it still doesn't compare to having a real tight balloon between my thighs. When I was living with Ashley, I found time to play privately while she was at work. Then I'd dispose of any shards in the trash before she came home. She never suspected anything, which is probably just as well, because if she had, she probably would have thrown me out a hell of a lot sooner. But I can't do that at my parents' house. Both my parents are retired, and because they have to care for Brittany, they're at home all the time. And besides, God knows what they'd do if they found shards in their trash. I decide it's time for me to find an apartment of my own, even though I'm on a tight budget at the moment. I work for an IT company, and while the pay is good, it's not that good. But maybe my parents could help me with a loan for an apartment. Why do you want to move when you've got a perfectly good roof over your head here? My mom asks. She, my dad, and I are in the sitting room discussing my plans. This is not what I wanted her to say. Fuck. What am I gonna say now? Mark, your mother asked you a question, says Dad. Well, it's because of Brittany, I reply, and technically I'm not lying. You're so busy taking care of her, I don't want to get in the way. That's very thoughtful of you, Mark, Mom sips her tea. But you're our son. What kind of parents would we be if we didn't take care of you, too? I don't need taking care of, I protest. Mary, if that's what he wants, my dad says to my mom, then we should support him. Thank you, Dad. Mom sighs. I guess you are old enough to not want to rely on your old mom anymore. That's an understatement. I'm 25. But you'll be in charge of finding your own place and sorting out all the paperwork. Deal, I say. Who knew apartment hunting could be so stressful? I've been looking at places to rent online for 2 weeks now. I've been looking at apartments all over the country. To be honest, the further I get away from my parents, the better. Okay, that makes me sound like a horrible person, but I don't mean it that way. I love my parents. I really do. I even love my sister deep down. Way, way deep down. But I need my space. Today, after 2 weeks of searching, I finally found the apartment of my dreams. A 2-bed apartment on Miami Beach, Florida. It's gorgeous. The ultimate bachelor pad. And the best part is, it's almost 1,000 miles away from my parents' home in Pennsylvania. Perfect. I've already contacted the landlord, and my parents have put down a payment for me. All I have to do now is sign the paperwork, and it's mine. With the weight of finding an apartment finally off my shoulders, I decide to relax with my favorite pastime. Balloon videos. Some people have a gaydar, where they can spot a gay person a mile off. I have something similar, something of a loondar. What I mean by that is, I can tell if a lunar model is really into balloons, instead of just doing it to make a quick buck. I hate girls like that. Sure, the pool of genuine female balloon fetishists is very shallow indeed, so lunars like me can't afford to be picky. But when a model has this dead look in her eyes and you just know there's something else she'd rather be doing right now than this, it's a huge turnoff. So when I found Anna, I knew I'd struck gold. Before I found her, I'd never seen anyone so genuine online. I could see something in her I'd never seen before. Her eyes, her smile, everything about her lights up when around balloons. The thought alone goes straight to my cock. But tonight, my heart sinks when I navigate to Anna's channel. All her videos are gone, except one. In it, she explains she's moving to America to work on a balloon fetish site, Hot Balloons. My heart starts to thud. That means Anna is here, on American soil. My dream girl has suddenly gotten within my reach. I think back to the name of the site. I know the owner of Hot Balloons from the forums. His name is Carl Morris. I've never purchased a membership to any balloon fetish site before, but Carl's trailers are pretty good. I've thought in the past about signing up to Hot Balloons, but nothing ever came of it. But if Anna's working for him, I'm definitely going to have to purchase a membership to his site. I have to see her again, even if it's just on a screen. I grab my wallet from my leather jacket, which is hanging on the back of my bedroom door, and take out my credit card. Chapter 3. As I pull up outside the apartment building, I could not be more exhausted. I could have flown from Pennsylvania, of course, but I wanted to take my car. And besides, I could bring more luggage in the car. Mom was extremely emotional when I left. "You don't have to do this, Mark," she said. Tears started rolling down her cheeks. It was a little surreal. I don't think I've ever seen my mom cry before. "I do have to, Mom," I said. "It's a new start for me. I'll call you every day." I couldn't help thinking, Jesus Christ, woman, I'm 25 years old. Leave me alone. But now as I pull up outside the apartment complex in Florida, I have never felt more free. I pick up the keys from the landlord and let myself in. It's even more amazing than it looked on the website. It's clean, spacious, and modern. And it's mine. And I can pop as many balloons as I like in here. No parents or ex-girlfriends to tell me I can't. As I start to unload my luggage from the car, my phone buzzes. It's Mom. What a surprise. "Hi, Mom," I say, picking up the phone. "Did you get there okay? Are you safe? What's it like?" Geez, what is this, 20 questions? Yes, and it's amazing, I say. Mom breathes a sigh of what I think is relief. "I'm so glad you're happy," she cries. "So you're getting used to the concept of me not being there?" "Well, it's only been 17 hours, she says, But yes, I have been speaking to your father, and I'm starting to get used to it. Good, because I'm staying here. I love you, honey. Love you too, Mom. I hang up. As soon as she's gone, I know exactly what I want to do to christen my new home. I unzip my whole doll and take out a bag of 16-inch balloons. I think somewhat carefully about what kind of play I'm up for tonight. It's been weeks since I've had any kind of balloon fun, and I'm so horny. I head for the bedroom and shut the door behind me. Not that I needed to, really. The place is mine and only mine. Force of habit, I guess. I start by stripping down to just my boxer shorts, and then I rip open the packet of balloons. God, they feel so good against my fingers. I take a blue one and start to blow it up. My cock gets hard immediately. When the balloon is a nice firm pear shape, I stop blowing and tie it off. By then, I've decided what I want to do with this balloon. I start by taking off my underwear. Then, once naked, I get on top of the balloon and start straddling it. It feels amazing. My mind starts to wander, and instead of focusing on the balloon like I usually do when I play, I start imagining I'm making love to Anna, with balloons between us. I imagine her popping the balloons between us, even though I've never seen her do that before in one of her videos. Finally, the balloon underneath me pops, and I come. I'm spent and exhausted, but at the same time, my body is aching for more. I take my laptop from my hold all, boot it up, and log into Hot Balloons. I'm in luck. The site has been updated, and Anna has a clip in this new update. I immediately click on Anna's clip. None of the other models interest me that much, although they are kind of cute. In the clip, Anna is sitting on a large red sofa, wearing a cute pink sparkly bikini. She takes one of the 16-inch balloons on the sofa next to her, a yellow one, and stretches it lengthwise and widthways. My cock starts to get hard again. Anna puts the balloon to her lips and starts to blow. As she blows more breaths into the balloon, she stares directly into the camera. It's almost as though she's staring directly into my eyes. I almost come there and then. But the clip still has another 6 minutes to go, and I want to last throughout the whole thing. Next, Anna takes a blue balloon and repeats the same process. When the balloon is transparent, she stretches the neck back slightly, causing it to inflate. And then she does something incredible. She kisses it. Fuck. It makes me nut all over my keyboard. And then the clip is over. And now I'm definitely spent. Boy, am I gonna sleep well tonight. Chapter 4. Last night I dreamed of Anna. I don't know what's gotten into me lately, but she's constantly on my mind. I dreamed we were making love in a room full of balloons. I dreamed she was popping them for me, one by one. And when I woke up, I was covered in cum, and my heart was pounding. And that's when I remembered something very depressing. Anna doesn't even know I exist. I have to do something about this. I've never really pursued a girl before. All my relationships in the past have just kind of happened spontaneously. But Anna is different in so many ways. There's no way I can let her get away. But what am I going to do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to log onto Hot Balloons, jerk it to some new Anna clips, and consider a plan of action later. In today's clip, Anna is inflating some helium balloons. I'm not really much of a helium fan, but anything with Anna is worth watching. Anna takes a red balloon, stretches it, and puts it onto the nozzle of the helium tank. Even though I'm not a fan of helium, watching Anna play with it is extremely erotic. She continues to inflate the balloon until it grows a small neck. She takes it off the tank and ties a ribbon to the end. It's very pretty, but that might just be because of who inflated it. As Anna inflates 3 more balloons, it doesn't take me long to come. I must have produced more sperm in the past few days than I have in the whole of my 25 years. That's the effect Anna has on me. After the clip is over and I'm spent once more, I wonder whether I should pursue this chick or not. I don't know much about her, only that she seems to love balloons as much as I do, and that she's English. And that she's pretty damned cute and sexy too. But that's pretty much it. Even if I do decide to go for it, I have no idea how to get in contact with her. I can hardly email Carl via the site and ask to take one of his models on a date. He'd just laugh and delete it. He probably gets tons of messages like that anyway. I'm not even sure if I want to date Anna, or just fuck her brains out in a big pile of balloons anyway. I decide to hit up one of the forums to ask for some advice. I'll probably get laughed at, but it's worth a shot. But before I can even hit new post, I notice that Carl, the owner of Hot Balloons, has made a new post of his own. Hot Balloons Lunar Party! Come and party with our models! My heart starts to pound in my chest, and my stomach does a little flip. Hot Balloons is having a lunar party! I click the post and start to read. Hi, gang! I am extremely proud and excited to announce that my site Hot Balloons will be hosting its very first balloon fetish party at the end of this month. There will be popping and non-popping rooms, contests, a play area, and, of course, a chance to meet all my stunning models, including my newest girl, Anna. The party will be held at my home in Las Vegas. Tickets will be priced at $150, not including airfare. I think this is a very reasonable price, considering you will get to meet some of the sexiest balloon models on the web. If you'd like to purchase a ticket, please send me a private message via the forum. Thanks! Carl Morris, Hot Balloons. This is incredible. I actually have the chance to meet Anna. Not only that, but when I do meet her, we will be surrounded by big, tight balloons. It's like all my wet dreams have come true at once. But meeting Anna is one thing. Getting a chance to screw her amongst the balloons is another entirely. The one downside to these sex parties is that no sex is allowed, which is pretty damn ridiculous. Why have a sex party where you can't have sex? I suppose some would argue that it's not a sex party but a fetish party. But really, what's the difference? The other major issue is the cost. Where the fuck am I going to find $150? I've only just moved to Florida. I don't even have a job yet. But this is too big an opportunity to pass up. I want Anna. No, I need Anna. She does something to me that I've never felt before. I guess I'm going to have to look for a job. I've managed to find a job that pays reasonably well. It's for an IT company, the same thing I was doing in Pennsylvania. After about a week of working there, I'd finally made enough to put down a payment for a ticket to the party in Vegas. Now all I have to do is make enough for my flight and pay the balance when I get there. I decide to reply to Carl's thread on the forum to announce that I'll be attending. Mark Lunar. Just purchased my ticket for the party. See you all there. Almost immediately my post is replied to. Tim Summers. You're so lucky. Wish I could go and meet Anna and play with balloons with her. Geez, is everyone obsessed with Anna? Not that I blame him. Anna is gorgeous after all. Tim Summers. Make sure you get some photos at the party. The comment makes me sigh. It's guys like Tim that give us lunars a bad name. Sure, I barely know the guy, and of course people would want to see photos of the girls, but just outright asking about it like he did is just plain creepy. It sure doesn't paint him in a good light, that's for sure. By the time I'm done reading the forum, it's almost lunchtime, and I realize I haven't actually gotten any work done. Chapter 5. I throw the last pair of pants into my suitcase and zip it up. It's 2 days until the party, and tomorrow I'm catching an early flight out to Las Vegas. I'm practically aching to see Anna. Not just because I've been yearning for her as I have done for the past month or so, but because for the past week, Anna hasn't appeared in any new clips on the site. The other girls had, but she hadn't. At first I was worried she'd left the site, and that I'd wasted my $50 down payment and airfare. I didn't want to seem desperate, but I needed to know. Mark Lunar. Anyone heard from Anna from Hot Balloons lately, or know of her whereabouts? Carl Hot Balloons. She's still working with me, and she'll be at the party on Saturday. Phew! I breathed a sigh of relief. She's the only reason I'm going to this party. Don't get me wrong, the idea of a balloon party is pretty exciting for sure, but it wouldn't seem worth all the effort were it not for Anna. I decide to take a cab to Miami Airport. I'll take another cab to my hotel when I arrive at McCarran International Airport, Las Vegas. I thought carefully about taking some of my balloons with me. I'm pretty certain they will have tons already there, but I guess I'm just hoping to have a little fun in the hotel room the night before. So I threw a bag of Q16s into my suitcase before I left. I also packed my laptop so I could watch my favorite Anna clips while I get ready for the party. 5 hours later, I touched down at McCarran International, and another hour later, I finally check into my hotel. Everything about the hotel screams Vegas. There's even a gambling room. But I won't be getting up to much gambling while I'm here. That's not what I'm here for. The hotel room itself is just as glamorous as the rest of the hotel. It even has a minibar. I decide to have a warm-up session before the party tomorrow. I take out the bag of Q16s and rip it open. I take a purple balloon out of the bag and start to inflate it. My cock gets hard immediately. When the balloon is a nice tight pear shape, I stop blowing and tie it off. Then I take off my pants and underwear and start straddling the balloon. I then take another balloon out of the pack, a red one this time, and start to blow it up. I hump the purple balloon vigorously while blowing the red one. By now, the balloon is stretching into its neck against my lips. I start to imagine it's Anna underneath me, rubbing the purple balloon against my body while I fuck her. A few seconds later, the red balloon bursts. Wet shards fly everywhere. I'm so close now. I take my hands and dig my nails into the purple balloon. It pops, and I blow my load all over the hotel bed. The orgasm is super intense, so much so that I fall right asleep. I wake at 9 a.m. the next morning. It's later than I usually wake up back at home. I usually need to be in the office at 8:30, but seeing as I'm on vacation, and with the incredible play I got up to last night, I figured it was okay to sleep late. I get dressed and head downstairs for breakfast. The hotel restaurant is even more luxurious than the room. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet-style breakfast, so I grab myself some bacon and eggs and settle down to eat. I can barely concentrate through breakfast. I'm so horny thinking about meeting Anna later, plus what I was doing last night. I think about heading back to the room for some more balloon fun. The party doesn't start until 8 p.m., but I don't think I can hold out that long. I need something to keep me going until I have to leave for the party. I head back up to the room and lock the door behind me. I decide to do something I've not done for a while, and that's to watch a video while playing with balloons simultaneously. I open my laptop, log into Hot Balloons, and navigate to one of my favorite clips. It's the first one Anna made with them, the one where she inflates the blue balloon and kisses it. It drives me wild, particularly that part. I dig my hand into a bag of Q16s, take out a yellow one, and hit play on the video. I start blowing, and so does Anna. I try to time my own breaths with hers. There's something strangely erotic about it. But unlike Anna in her clip, I'm going to blow my balloon to pop. It still hasn't exploded by the time Anna has finished inflating her first balloon and tied it off, but it doesn't last for much longer. As soon as it bursts, I come, shooting my load over the bed and over the computer keyboard. Even though I'm physically spent, it doesn't take me long to get hard again as Anna starts inflating her second balloon. The effects of the amount of fapping I've done over the past couple of days have obviously taken effect though, as this time I don't come until the end of the clip. But the orgasm is just as intense as it has been. Now all that's left to do is get ready for the party. Chapter 6. I have never been more nervous in my entire life. I open my suitcase and spend a good few moments deliberating about what to wear. After a while, I decide to go for a blue smart casual shirt, black pants, and black shoes. No sneakers. For some reason, they don't like sneakers at these kinds of events. When I've dressed and put on my aftershave and watch, I head downstairs to the front of the hotel. The cab I've booked is 10 minutes late, which enrages me a little. I get in the back of the cab and give the driver the address of the party. I hope the place has some kind of discretion or security. I don't want the cab driver knowing my private business. Not that I'll ever see this dude again. When we reach the house, I pay the driver and get out of the cab. I stand back in awe. It's an incredible house. It's one of those futuristic-looking places you see in movies, and it looks very expensive. Who knew balloon fetish videos had so much money in them? I walk up to the entrance of the house and show the bouncer my ID card. He looks at me a little shiftily, but then lets me in. I can hear loud music coming from the inside. When I walk in, the first thing I notice is that the house is filled with balloons from floor to ceiling. I've never seen so many in one place before. My cock immediately gets hard at the sight. I make my way inside. There's only about 14 other guys here, but the balloons make the room look more packed out. My eyes scan the room for Anna, but she's nowhere to be seen. Suddenly, one of only a handful of girls comes up to me. I recognize her from the site as one of the models. "Hi," she says. "Hello," I say, a little nervously. "I'm Candace," the girl says, holding out her hand. "Mark," I say as I shake her hand. "Can I get you anything?" asks Candace. "Just a beer, please. You wouldn't happen to know where Anna is, would you?" "Let me guess, you came all this way just to see her?" "Is it that obvious?" "Yeah, I did. How do you know?" "She's a very popular girl." "Great. Obviously a lot of the other guys had the same idea I did. Maybe I don't stand much of a chance with Anna after all." I'll see if I can find her for you, says Candace, and then she leaves. So I'm left sitting here twiddling my thumbs for a while as Candace searches the room for Anna. I don't have to wait long, as about 5 minutes later, Candace returns with Anna in tow. When I finally see Anna, it takes my breath away. She's twice as sexy in person. She's wearing a blue strapless mini dress that really shows off her curves. Damn. My cock gets even harder. I don't really know what to say, so I just say, hi. Hi, she says. She can hardly speak. It's kind of adorable. Anna, isn't it? Like I didn't know that already. She nods nervously. It's only then that I realize I haven't introduced myself. I'm Mark, I say. Mark Bell. I'll leave you guys to it, says Candace, suddenly reminding me that she is actually still there. There's a bit of an awkward silence between us. Are you okay? I ask. Anna nods. So you're from Florida. Have you been to Disney World? Wait, what? I don't remember telling Candace where I was from, but I must have done. Also, that's her pickup line? Have you been to Disney World? How old is she, 10? I stifle a laugh. A couple of times, I say. I'm not lying, I went with my parents when I was 4. That was before Brittany was born. Sadly, I've never gotten the chance to go back, given Brittany's problem with balloons. Shame, really. A balloon fetishist who can't go to Disney World. Anna seems to have read my mind. So you like balloons, I take it? I laugh again. Don't we all, baby? Yes, I do, I say. And I take it you do too. I can see it in your eyes. She nods once more. Now that that's out of the way, I really don't know what to say next. I decide to play it relatively cool. Can I get you a drink? Just a Diet Coke, please, she says. Not drinking tonight, Anna, I think to myself. I may have to work a little harder then. So I head to the minibar Carl has hired for the party and buy Anna a Coke. While I'm at the bar, I notice that Candace swoops in after me to get the juicy gossip from Anna. I can't help but wonder what they're saying about me. Having bought the Coke, I head back over to Anna and hand her the drink. Here you go. She nods, opens the top of the can, and takes a sip. So, I say, attempting to make small talk, what do you like about balloons? I love the bright colors and the happiness they create, she says. Definitely a non-popper, I think to myself. It's okay, we can work on that. It's so refreshing to meet a girl who's genuinely into balloons, I say. And I mean it. Pardon me for being a little forward, but are you single? Wait, where the fuck did that come from? Probably the beer, and the fact that Anna doesn't look like the kind of chick to fuck dudes on the side, even with balloons involved. She blushes and nods her head. I take another swig of my beer and go in for the kill. I know you're busy with the side and all, but would you like to come hang out with me in Florida sometime? She's silent. She's thinking. Oh, crap. I'll take you to Disney World. Great. Now this chick's got me making promises I've no idea how to keep. Anna's face lights up. Really? Nice one, Mark. No going back now. After all you've done to entertain me, Anna, it's the least I can do. And we can get Mickey Mouse balloons. I'm so there, she gushes. Can I give you my number? I ask. So we swap numbers and email addresses, and we spend the rest of the night talking. And then Anna disappears right after the Blow to Pop contest is announced. I hang around for another hour or two, but when it becomes clear that Anna isn't coming back, I retreat back to my hotel room. I just have to play with this girl, even for just one night. Chapter 7. As I punch Anna's cell phone number into my iPhone keypad, the nerves well up inside me once again. What is it about her that makes me so damn nervous? I've never been like this around a girl before. It's a little worrying, if I'm honest. She answers on the second ring. Hello? Hi, Anna, it's Mark, I say, my voice a little shaky. Hey, Mark, she replies. Her voice is just as sweet as I remember from yesterday. I shake myself out of my sappy frame of mind immediately. How are you? I'm good. A bit tired from yesterday. You disappeared on me, I say. Yeah, well, I don't like popping that much. Why not? She's silent for a moment. Oh, fuck, I've touched a nerve. So, what do you like about my clips? She asks, changing the subject. Gee, what don't I like about them? I just think you're beautiful, Anna, I say honestly. And you have a real passion for what you do, I can feel that. Why are there not many girls who like balloons? That's the age-old question, is it not? Beats me, I sigh. They're just fun, after all. I agree. My ex dumped me because of balloons. Wait, why am I telling her this? That's horrible. Did she not like them? I think she thought I loved balloons more than her, I say, which is not true at all. So, when do you leave for Florida? Shit. I'd almost forgotten I was due to catch a plane soon. In about 2 hours, I say, looking at my watch. Anna is silent for a moment, as if she's listening to someone calling her name. I've got to go and get back to work, she says. Have a safe flight. How sweet. Hope to see you soon, Anna, I reply, and then hang up. During the flight home, I can't stop thinking about Anna. I can't stop wondering when, or if, I'm going to see her again. God, she looked so incredibly hot in that blue mini dress, surrounded by all those balloons. My cock gets hard at the memory. The flight goes surprisingly quickly, but I'm guessing that's because I've been fantasizing this whole time. Soon we touch down at Miami Airport. I hail a cab and tell the driver the address of my apartment. I head up the elevator to my floor, get to my door, and turn the key in the lock. After dumping my suitcase down on the ground, I slump on the couch, exhausted. For some reason, I can't stop looking at my phone, wondering when Anna will call me. Get a hold of yourself, Mark, I tell myself. She's a model, yes. She's a genuine lunar, but she's still just a model. You mean nothing to her. But just as I'm finished scolding myself, my phone starts to ring. The sound makes me jump. Then I look at the screen and my heart starts thumping even more. It's her. It's Anna. Mark, she answers. Hi, Anna, I say nervously. Listen, I was wondering if I could see you, face to face. My heart starts beating even faster. Anna wants to see me. Sure, I stammer. Any particular reason? Why did I say that? Well, actually, there is, she replies a little sadly. I wanted to talk to you about something. Is everything okay? I ask. Not really. I left the site. What? Disappointment rushes through me. Why would she leave the site? She had everything there, surely. Why? I ask. I'll explain when I see you, if that's okay with you. Of course, I reply. Why don't you come to Florida? I'd love to, she says. I'll arrange everything and I'll see you soon. See you soon, Anna. Bye. She hangs up. I'm left with a bittersweet feeling inside of me. On the one hand, I'm seeing Anna again. Not only that, but she's coming here, to my apartment. Who knows what may happen when I see her? On the other hand, Anna has left Hot Balloons. And I don't know why. I don't know if I'll ever see her perform again, on screen or off. I'll just have to make sure that she performs for me, privately, off screen. Chapter 8. As I wait in the parking lot at Miami Airport next to my Mustang, to say I'm nervous would be an understatement. I haven't seen Anna for all of 2 weeks, and although I don't know her that well, I find myself missing her. Why do I miss her? What can you even miss about someone you've only met once? Do I really miss her, or do I just miss her balloon clips? See, this waiting around for Anna all on my own has me thinking deep. Anna eventually arrives at Miami Airport about an hour after I got there. My God, she's gorgeous, even in jeans and a t-shirt. As she walks up to me, I wrap my arms around her in a hug, sparking a not-so-spontaneous erection. I'm so glad you came, I say as cheerfully as I possibly can, and I mean it too. I open the passenger seat door and she gets in, and then I climb into the driver's seat. I can't wait to show you around Florida, but first we'll head to my apartment and get you something to drink. And then hopefully you'll give me a little private show. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about something, she says. Crap, I forgot about that. I shake my head slightly. Sure thing, Anna, I say. So we drive to my apartment. Anna seems to be in awe when we get there. I don't know why. Carl Morris's house was at least twice as big as mine. Would you like some tea? I ask. I know it's stereotypical to assume every English person likes tea, but she's here, and I have the tea, so it's worth a shot. Iced tea? Okay, now she's being stereotypical. Just because I'm American doesn't mean I can't drink hot tea. After explaining that, shock horror, I'm an American and I have English tea bags, to which she reacts like a kid who's just been told they're going to Disney World. I make the drinks and we settle down to talk on the couch. So, I say, what was it you wanted to talk about? She takes a sip of her drink, then sets it down on the coffee table in front of us. Are you a Luna? The question is so obvious and unexpected, I almost laugh. Then I look in her eyes and realize she's serious. How the fuck can she not know I'm a Lunar? She's a balloon fetish model, for fuck's sake. Yes, I say, trying not to laugh out loud. Are you, then? I don't know, she replies. I'm not sure what Lunars are. What? How can she not know what Lunars are? And how can she not know if she is one or not? I mean, I know what they are, she continues, but I have a lot of questions about them. This ought to be good. I take another sip of my drink. Fire away. What do Lunas do, exactly? Okay, so Anna's obviously not the hot lunar girl I first thought she was, but she's here now, in my apartment, so I guess I'm going to have to play along. And besides, she's curious. With balloons? I ask. I don't know why I ask that. Of course she means with balloons. Anna nods. There's a wide spectrum, I explain. There's poppers and non-poppers. That's pretty self-explanatory, I think. Or at least I hope. But there is a lot more to it than that. Do they have sex with balloons? She really is clueless, isn't she? Some of them do, I say. Do you? I do. She raises her eyebrows in a wow, this is an eye-opener kind of way. I worry about what she's thinking and what she's going to say next. Do you like to watch girls shagging them? She asks after sipping her tea once more. I take it shagging is a cute English term for fucking. Very much so, I say. I was hoping you would in one of your clips. Even if she's not the balloon fetishist I thought she was, I still have kind of a thing for her, and I still wouldn't mind seeing her with balloons. But now you've left hot balloons, I guess I'll just have to imagine it. Was that an invitation? Probably. But she doesn't respond. Fuck. I've touched another nerve. I decide to change the subject slightly. Why did you leave, by the way? My boss got a little bit carried away and tried to kiss me, she says. Now I understand why, I guess. I feel bad for Anna, but I can hardly blame Carl Morris for getting carried away with her. I mean, look at her! She looks a little sad. I put my hand on her shoulder. It's no excuse. He had no right to treat you that way. Although I probably would have done the same. But now I don't know what to do, Anna says with tears in her eyes. Oh no, here come the waterworks. I'm staying with a friend at the moment, she continues, but I can't stay there forever. Why did you become a balloon fetish model in the first place? Great. All I wanted from this meeting was to screw her brains out in a big pile of balloons, and now suddenly I'm acting as her counselor. It wasn't my intention, she says. I didn't realize it was a fetish website. I just did it because I love balloons. What the fuck? I stare at her dumbfounded. You didn't realize it was a fetish website? Then what the fuck did you think it was? Anna shakes her head. I'm feeling very conflicted about this chick right now. On the one hand, she's hot, gorgeous even. She's sweet and kind, she knows about the fetish and accepts it, and is even curious about it. She's also admitted that she loves balloons herself, albeit not sexually. At least that's not the vibe I'm getting from her. On the other hand, I don't want to be disrespectful, but she's dumb as fuck. Anna takes a deep breath. Mark, there's something you should know about me. Oh, holy shit, here it comes. Although I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it can't be anything good. You're not going to tell me you're really a man, are you? I say, half-jokingly. No, she laughs, but it is important. Tell me. I'm listening. She takes another deep breath. Shortly before coming out here, I was diagnosed with autism. What? Autism? Like Britney autism? It doesn't make any sense. Anna is nothing like Britney. And yet, in a weird sort of way, she is exactly like my sister. I guess that explains why Anna is so naive. I move in closer to her and put my arm around her. Well, that's okay, I say. It's funny, actually. My little sister is autistic, but she hates balloons. Anna looks at me and her eyes go wide. Really? Small world. So I understand. Kind of. You can totally be yourself around me. I like you just the way you are. Plus you're cool with my fetish, so I'm not giving up on you anytime soon. I take her face in my hands and stare into her eyes. God, she's got gorgeous eyes. And then I kiss her. A sensual, passionate kiss. Forget the balloons. I could just make love to her right now on this couch. But after everything she's told me today, I doubt she's ready for that right now. If I want any chance with her, I have to be respectful. I break away breathlessly and look into her eyes once more. My first kiss, she says. Just as I was thinking. Did you enjoy it? I ask. She nods her head. I think I know what I want to do with this girl now. I need her in my life. I think I'm in love with her. Finally, I break the silence. So, what are you going to do now? She shakes her head and sighs. I don't know. I can't go back to working for Carl, and my mom doesn't want to know me. So I'm kind of stuck. Suddenly, I get a flash of inspiration. What if Anna and I were to set up our own site? I'm just about to tell her when her phone rings. She seems nervous as she answers it. Hello? Anna? I can hear a woman say on the other end. Hi, Mom, it's me, says Anna. I try to eavesdrop on the conversation, but it's a little difficult. What I did was wrong, Anna says into the phone. I didn't realize what I was doing. Is she talking about moving out here to work for hot balloons? Why was that wrong, exactly? She's an adult, isn't she? I'm living with a friend right now, she tells her mom. My boss tried to grope me. Gee, I'm glad I didn't try anything more than a kiss now. She's crying now. I'm sorry. After a few moments more, she says, I love you, and hangs up. Well, I don't quite know what to make of that conversation. Are you okay? I ask. I think so, she replies. I'm going home. No! I finally get this girl where I want her, and now I'm about to lose her. Why does she have to go home? What's wrong with staying here with me? I could give her everything. But right now I have to be as sensitive as possible, especially after what happened with Carl Morris. I'll never see you again, I sigh. I'm sorry, she says. I have to. I know. Although I don't, really. I embrace her in a hug and I start to think, I have to tell her how I feel, or at least how I think I feel, before she leaves me. I break away and look into her eyes. I know we haven't known each other for long, but I love you, Anna. She looks at me for what feels like forever, as I wonder whether I've said the right thing. Then she whispers, I love you too. I pull her close to me and kiss her once more. Only a short kiss, because I don't think I could control myself if I held on for much longer. I'll miss you so much, she sobs. I wipe a tear from her cheek. Good luck with everything. I hope you find yourself. Goodbye, Mark. Chapter 9. It's been 2 days since Anna was at my apartment. I haven't stopped thinking about her, or more specifically, about how I let her slip through my fingers. I haven't spoken to Anna since she left. Honestly, I wouldn't know what to say to her if I did. And even if I did know what to say, I doubt I'd change her mind. If she wants to go home, who am I to stop her? In the past 2 days, I haven't even gotten out of bed. I can barely sleep at night. I've called in sick to work today, and as for any balloons, you can forget it. Playing only reminds me of Anna anyways. I'm lying in bed feeling sorry for myself when my phone buzzes. For a moment there's a glimmer of hope, but when I glance at the screen my heart sinks. It's only Mom. Hey Mark, honey, she says brightly after I manage to bring myself to answer her call. How are you? What am I supposed to say to that? How am I supposed to explain my situation? I can't lie. Not to my mother. I'm okay, I guess, I say, but I'm not fooling anyone, and Mom can tell. You don't sound okay. I'm not, I sigh. Are you missing someone? Okay, I know she means herself, and this is her subtle way of trying to convince me to come back home, but like I said, I can't lie to my mom. Yeah, I am. Maybe the only way to make yourself feel better is to give in to your longing, she says. Wow, Mom, real subtle. But she does have a point. After saying goodbye and hanging up, I jump out of bed, throw some clothes into a bag, and grab the keys to my Mustang. If I can't convince Anna to stay here with me, then I'm going to have to go to her. It's a good thing I have some savings. When I arrive at Miami Airport, I buy 2 tickets, one to McCarran International and then one from McCarran to England. The 5-hour flight to Vegas is a nerve-wracking one. I haven't even spoken to Anna since she left my apartment. What if she doesn't want to see me? Am I the reason she wanted to leave? God damn it, all this time sitting on a plane on my own has got me thinking ridiculous thoughts. I feel sick to my stomach as we touch down in Vegas, and it's not because I'm airsick either. I don't even know when Anna's flight leaves for England. I hope I'm not too late. When I get through the terminal, I can't check myself in quick enough. My eyes scan the room for Anna, but I don't see her. Then suddenly I see a young woman with brown hair tied back and sadness in her eyes. My heart starts to thud. Anna. I walk up to her slowly, as though I'm trying to make sure it's actually her. When I'm absolutely certain, I call her name. She turns around and her eyes go wide as she sees me. I run towards her, and when I reach her, I pull her into a hug. Oh, how I've missed that tight little body pressed against mine. What are you doing here? She asks, bewildered. I'm going to England, I say, to be with the girl I fell in love with. Her face falls. Oh. How can she be so dense? I'm talking about you, I laugh. Her face lights up. What? Anna, I say, taking her hands in mine. You're the sweetest, most understanding girl I've ever met. I couldn't just let you leave. I love you. Oh, Mark, she cries, throwing her arms around me and kissing me passionately. Definitely made the right decision. As we break away breathlessly, she looks deep into my eyes. Mark, you remember when I left your apartment and you said you hoped I found myself? I nod. Well, I think I just have. Chapter 10. When we touch down in England, it's like I've entered another world. I've never actually left the States before now. We get our bags checked in and take a cab, which I'm baffled to discover drives on the other side of the road, to what I assume is Anna's mom's house. I don't know where I was expecting to stay when I got here. I wasn't really thinking that far ahead when I jumped on the plane, but I'm assuming it's not too much to ask for me to stay there for a while until I find my own place. Mark, this is my mom, Anna says as we are greeted at the front door of the house by an average-looking middle-aged woman. Hi. You must be Mark, Miss Jones says with a smile on her face. Nice to meet you, I say, holding out my hand for her to shake. Anna's told me a lot about you. Oh shit, really? Don't worry, all good things, Anna says, almost reading my mind. Mom says we can stay here until we find our own place. I stare at her blankly, trying to make her uncomfortable. You know, for shits and giggles. It appears to be working. If that's what you want, she says. My face breaks into a smile. Of course that's what I want, I say, taking her into my arms and kissing her softly. Oh, baby, I want it all with you. Only you. I'll leave you guys to settle in, says Miss Jones, and hustles off to the kitchen, presumably to make a cup of tea. Your mom seems nice, I say, as we unpack our things in the spare room. Well, she seems nice, but there's one thing that's bugging me. Quite a lot, in fact. What's her stance on the balloon stuff? I haven't really asked her, says Anna, but I hope she's cool with it, especially with what I want to do now. To say I'm intrigued is an understatement. But then suddenly I'm reminded of my genius idea about Anna and I setting up our own site. I waste no time. Actually, I have an idea, I say, putting my arms around her. What's that then? She asks, looking into my eyes. My God, she's got lovely eyes. Well, since Hot Balloons was shut down, there's kind of a gap in the market on the lunar scene. What do you mean? What I mean is that I think we should set up our own balloon fetish site with you as the star model. She closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. Oh shit. Mark, she begins, I respect you and your fetish, and I realize that if I want to be with you, it's going to be a part of my life. Where is she going with this? But, at least professionally, I want to try and distance myself as far away from that world as possible. No. No. Fuck no. I spend all my savings on a ticket to the UK to follow this chick, and then she says this? I knew this would happen. Okay, I didn't know it would happen, but it was my greatest fear. What's wrong with the balloon fetish world? What does she have against us? My arms drop to my sides. Anna, we're not all like Carl Morris, I say. I didn't say you were, Mark, but that's not what I want for my life. What do you want for your life? I ask, my voice raised slightly. I want what I should have wanted before all this happened. I want to do something different with balloons. Something safe. I want to be a decorator. What? What could possibly be unsafe about the balloon fetish? So you let me follow you all the way to England just so you can say this? By now I'm almost shouting. What are you talking about? She asks. You didn't have to follow me home. Girl, have you seen your videos? Of course I had to. Mark, listen, she says calmly. I don't have a problem with your fetish. I never have. But knowing what I know now, there's no way I could be a model again. What does she mean, knowing what I know now? Please understand, she says. Oh, I understand. I understand that I obviously made a mistake. I barge past her, grab my bags, and head downstairs towards the front door. Mark, where are you going? She cries, running after me. I don't know, I say, but I'm getting away from here, that's for sure. Why? She has tears in her eyes now. Because you tricked me! The words leave my mouth before I even realize I'm saying them. No, I didn't, she says. How did I trick you? I don't get it. You don't get a lot of things, do you, Anna? You pretended to be this hot lunar babe, let me follow you home, and then started talking shit about my fetish in front of me. Mark, I don't know what you're talking about. Before I can answer, I leave out the front door, slamming it behind me. I don't care if she's autistic or not. If you ask me, she knows exactly what she's doing. So here I am, all alone in a foreign country with none of my savings left. Now what? Chapter 11. I've managed to find some spare cash, and I've checked myself into a budget hotel for a couple of nights while I gather my thoughts and decide what to do now. This was a terrible idea. I wish I'd thought through every possible consequence before I flew out here, but I didn't, because I was blinded by Anna. I knew she wasn't a lunar, but I thought we could work on that. I thought I could convert her, like some of the guys had on the forums with their chicks. I guess a relationship where a girl indulges me with balloons is too good to be true for me. But at the same time, I can't let it go. Maybe I need to start simpler. Maybe, instead of looking for a relationship with a chick who's willing to do stuff with balloons for me, I should look for a one-night thing with a girl who's used to doing kinky stuff. It's not a long-term solution, but it'll scratch the itch I have right now at least. I take the laptop out of my hold-all, hook up to the hotel Wi-Fi, and navigate to Google. I sure hope they haven't blocked adult-oriented sites in this hotel. Luckily, I'm able to access a directory of call girls in the area. I don't have much cash, I spent most of it on the hotel, so I'm looking for something relatively cheap, as well as someone who's experienced with doing fetish work. I'm not booking her only to be turned away because she doesn't know what to do with the balloons. I come across a profile of a girl who looks like she just turned 18. Her name's Chantel. She looks pretty decent. She has blonde hair and acceptable-sized boobs, and she's mentioned fetish play on her profile on the escort site. I'm going to send her a message. Have you ever done anything with balloons? It's best to be direct like that. Almost immediately, she replies, No, but that sounds like fun. That's a good sign. I'm going in for the kill. Can I book you for a balloon session? Don't worry, I have my own balloons. After a couple of minutes, she replies again, Sure, just send a booking form with the details. So I book Chantel for a couple of hours' time, then take a shower before getting ready for her to arrive. I'm really nervous right now. I don't know why, after all, I'm paying her to fuck me, so it's not like she can refuse. I worry whether I've given her the right room number. At 7 p.m. there's a knock on the door to my hotel room. I straighten myself out and answer the door. Chantel is standing there in a black halter dress with stockings underneath and black high heels. And then I remember that this chick's already agreed to fuck me, with balloons. Damn. Anna, who? Hi, she says in a sultry English accent. I'm Chantel. Hey, I stammer, my mouth a little dry. I hold out my hand for her to shake. I'm Mark. Nice to meet you, Mark. She shakes my hand in a very businesslike way. Shall we sort out the formalities first? Crap. I almost forgot I was paying her. I take out my wallet and hand over the cash, all pre-counted so there's no embarrassments. While she heads into the bathroom to freshen up and count the money, I get undressed down to my underwear and pick out a couple of balloons for us to play with. I'll admit, says Chantel as she walks back into the bedroom, I've never really done anything sexual with balloons before. What is it about them that gets you off exactly? She's curious. This is a very good sign. Mind you, Anna was curious to begin with. For fuck's sake, Mark, stop thinking about Anna, I tell myself. Mark? It's only then that I realize I haven't answered Chantel's question. Well, for me personally, I enjoy popping them. That's okay with you, isn't it? It better be. I just gave you the last of my savings. Yeah, that's fine, she replies. Phew. After getting undressed, Chantel asks, So, what do you want to do first? I hand her one of the balloons, a red one. Blow this up, but don't pop it. Not yet. So Chantel takes the balloon, puts it to her lips, and starts to blow. Her naked tits bounce with every breath. I try to resist the urge to take off my boxers and start fapping, but fail miserably. Chantel takes notice. You enjoying yourself there? Uh-huh. Can I give you a hand, so to speak? That would be nice. So with one hand holding the balloon, she slides the other up and down my cock. I'm a little worried I'm going to shoot my load already, and we still have 1 3/4 hours on the clock. When the balloon is nice and pear-shaped, Chantel stops blowing and ties it off using her immaculately manicured nails. What would you like me to do with this now? Get on top of me, I say, and put the balloon between us. After rolling a condom onto my cock, Chantel places the balloon on my belly and mounts me. She lowers herself onto the balloon. You sure this isn't going to pop? She asks. Nope, I say, but that's what's exciting about it. Having a girl on top of me with her tits pressed against a tight balloon feels awesome. It's everything I've dreamed of. As Chantel moves up and down on top of me, I don't know if I can last. I grab one of the uninflated balloons lying next to me, a yellow one this time, and hand it to Chantel. Blow this until it pops. Chantel takes the balloon and starts to blow once more. She times her breaths with her moving up and down on top of me. I'm pretty sure I'm going to come soon. She starts fucking me harder. Suddenly, the balloon she's blowing pops. I come, intensely, and dig my nails into the red balloon to pop it as I do. That was probably the single greatest experience of my entire life. Chapter 12. So how long are you in England for? Asks Chantel as she's getting dressed. Honestly, I don't know, I say, still reeling from the incredible sex I just had. God, I could do that again. Hell, I could probably do it several times over, and still get hard. I'm never compromising on balloons when it comes to sex ever again. You here on business or, pleasure? She asks. What's with all the questions? I followed a girl over here, but she wasn't what I was expecting. Why the fuck am I telling her this? What do you mean by that? God damn it, Chantel, this is not what I'm paying you for. But since she's here and I need someone to vent to, I figure I may as well take advantage. More advantage than I already have, anyway. Anna was a lunar girl in Vegas last year. A lunar girl? Balloon fetish. She worked on a pay site. Chantel nods. Anyway, the dude who ran the site held a balloon party at his house, and I met her there. You have balloon parties? Her eyes go wide. Sometimes. We're a niche fetish, so it's kinda hard sometimes. Go on. Well, since she was a model and she really seemed to enjoy the balloons, more so than the other models, I thought I'd invite her to hang out at my apartment. And what happened? I sigh. I thought we were getting on okay, more than okay. I was falling for her, but then she told me she was going home to England. I made the decision to go after her, but now I wish I hadn't. Why is that? Because all of a sudden she said she didn't want anything to do with my fetish anymore. Professionally, anyway. Professionally? She repositions herself on the bed to make herself comfortable. I had this idea that we could set up our own site, I say. But when I told her, she said she wants to distance herself from that world, get into a different career. She nods to let me know she's still listening. And I'm like, what's wrong with being a model? But she's cool with your fetish, right? Asks Chantel. I'm not sure, I say. She said she was, but not with the modeling. But to me, it's all the same thing. So she's okay with catering to your fetish, but she doesn't want to be a model. And that's why you broke up with her? It sounds kind of ridiculous when someone else says it. Yeah, I guess. Don't you think that's unfair on her? I guess so, but my fetish is very important to me. More important than a relationship? I laugh. Baby, my fetish is the whole point of me having a relationship. You know what? She says. Maybe it is best if you stay on your own. What the fuck does she mean by that? As she leaves, she says, Mark, you seem like a nice guy, but I think you'd be even nicer if you weren't so obsessed with your fetish. Think about that. She closes the door behind her, and I'm left here thinking, bitch, what do you know? I won't be calling her again anytime soon. Chapter 13. It's the following morning after my night with Chantel. For some reason, I found myself weighing up the pros and cons of seeing her again. For starters, Chantel is definitely hot, and the sex was good. Great, in fact. But that's about where the good points end. For a prostitute, she's surprisingly closed-minded about fetishes. I think she needs to get online and do some research before her next client, or the poor guy's going to be very disappointed. And while she appeared to be having fun with the balloons, I didn't feel that energy that I used to feel from Anna. I have got to stop thinking about Anna. Damn it, why can't I forget about her? Suddenly my phone vibrates. I'd had it on silent since I saw Chantel last night, and I haven't checked it since then. I pick it up and stare at the screen. 5 missed calls and a message from Anna. For fuck's sake. What the fuck does she want? I unlock my phone and read the message. Please talk to me. I breathe a deep sigh and tap out a response. Fine, I'll talk. Too harsh, maybe? Well, I've hit send now, so it's too late. It doesn't take her long to reply. I've sent you something to your email. What? Why has she sent something to my email? As much as I hate to admit it, it piques my interest, so I log onto my laptop and navigate to my email. Sure enough, at the top of my inbox, there's a message from Anna. The subject line reads, Remember when you first saw me? I roll my eyes. Of course I remember the first time I saw Anna. It was in a clip from Hot Balloons. God, she looked so hot. I thought she was perfect. I click on the email and notice there's a video file attached. Okay, now I see what she's trying to do. She's trying to tempt me back to her by showing me just what she can do with a balloon and how good she looks doing it. Well, it's not going to work. I click on the link and download the video. Once the file's downloaded to my desktop, which takes a while on the shitty hotel Wi-Fi, I open the video in my media player and start to watch. In the video, Anna is wearing a cute bikini that leaves little to the imagination, and she's straddling what looks like a clear Q24 beneath her. She's also simultaneously blowing up an orange Q16. The neck starts to bulge at her lips. My cock immediately springs to life. She looks like she's going to blow that balloon to pop, and for a moment I get extremely excited by this. But then I remember that this is Anna we're talking about. Still, the look in her eyes is sexy as hell. I stroke myself harder until I come, intensely, all over the keyboard. I'd almost forgotten the effect that Anna had on me, and now I realize that I've made a huge mistake. I need this chick in my life to fulfill my every lunar fantasy. The modeling thing? We can work on that. I shift around nervously as I stand on the porch waiting for Anna, or her mom, to answer the door. My hands are sweating and I'm shaking slightly. Why am I so nervous? It's not like I don't know if she wants to see me or not. That's literally the entire reason she sent me that video. A few moments later, the door opens and Anna's mom is standing there. Hi, I say. Is Anna there? Why did I ask that? Of course she's there. Anna, she calls up the stairs. Anna practically sprints downstairs towards the front door. You came back, she says, wrapping me in a hug. Of course I came back, I say. I had to. I'll leave you guys to it, says Anna's mom. I think we need to have a chat, Anna says, and I follow upstairs to her room. Anna's room is your typical teenage girl's bedroom with pink walls and stuffed toys on the bed. I make myself comfortable on her bed. So, what did you want to talk about, I ask. Anna sighs. Mark, I really like you. And I really want to have a relationship with you. I really do. Ugh, she's being all cryptic again. Why can't she just say she accepts my fetish and leave it at that? But I want to be absolutely sure that you're not just with me for the balloon thing. So why send me a video of yourself playing with balloons then? The reason I sent you that video is because I knew it was the only way to get your attention. Can she read my mind or something? You see, Mark, she continues, I'm not the type of girl to do the friends with benefits type of arrangement. It's all or nothing with me. I nod. Anna, as long as you give me balloons, I'll give you anything you want. Anna sighs again. See, this is what I'm talking about. Why not put the balloons to the back of your mind for once? Baby, balloons are always at the forefront of my mind. And what about this modeling thing, she says. Are you still going to be hung up on that? I'm not hung up, Anna. I just think it would be good for us. You mean you think it would be good for you? She says, taking a seat next to me on the bed. I'm so conflicted right now, especially after seeing that video, and especially after sampling the rest of the pool of girls around here willing to play with balloons, e.g. Chantel. So if we were to have a relationship, I say, what would it be like? She sighs and laughs a little. What's that supposed to mean? I need to know if this is right for me, I say. Then I have an idea. I remember that I still have some balloons in my hold all. I open it, take out the bag, and hand it to Anna. Take one. Why? I want to see what you can do for me, in front of me. No screens or cameras or anything. Her eyes dart from mine to the bag and back again for a few seconds, and I wonder what she's thinking. I wonder if I've ruined my chances with her after all. But then, she sighs once more and digs her hand into the bag. When her hand comes out of the bag, she's holding a clear balloon. What do you want me to do? How I've waited for her to say those words. My cock practically breaks out of my pants. Mark, what do you want me to do with the balloon? Blow it to pop. Whatever you want, I say. She starts to blow it up and I can barely control myself. I wrap my arms around her and start to kiss her softly. The balloon deflates in her face and she giggles. Oh my god, that giggle. Don't stop, I say, kissing her neck. She starts back on the balloon. I push her back onto the bed and kiss her harder. She takes the balloon from her lips. Big enough? Well, no, I think, but I'll leave that up to you. Do whatever you feel comfortable with, I say. I think she's going to stop and tie it off. So it's a nice surprise when she keeps blowing. It looks like it's almost at its limit, and I'm definitely almost at my limit. I don't think I can pop this, she says. That's okay, I say. We can work on that. I kiss her neck again and she moans softly into the balloon. She takes it away from her lips again and says, I think that's about all it can take. You're stopping now? Yeah, sorry, she says, tying it off, but I'll still make it worth your while. Take your shirt off. I nod and unbutton my shirt, wondering what she's got planned for me in the balloon next. Lie back, she says as my shirt falls to the floor. I do as I'm told and lie my head back on the pillow. Then Anna takes the balloon and gently rubs it across my naked torso. It feels divine. She leans in to kiss me softly. I take her by the hands and push her back onto the bed, continuing to kiss her. Anna, I breathe, my lips next to hers. I don't know if I can control myself for much longer. Don't, then, she whispers. Are you sure? I don't know, she stammers. You've never done this before, have you? Like I had to ask. She shakes her head. You tell me to stop if you want me to, she nods. I gently unbutton her pants, kissing her while I do. After pulling down her pants, I pull her shirt over her head. My lips travel down her body, softly caressing her skin until I reach her panties. It's only then that I remember I'm still wearing my shirt. Quickly I pulled it off, not bothering to unbutton it, eager to get back to the task at hand. Will this hurt? Anna asks. I can't say, I whisper. Just relax. Her muscles suddenly loosen. I gently pull down her panties before letting my boxers fall to my ankles. I pick up the clear balloon. Could I put this between us? She hesitates. For fuck's sake, Anna, don't make me stop now. I mean, it might feel nice, she says shyly. Just make sure it doesn't pop. I place the balloon on her belly and lower myself onto it. I'm ready to slam myself into her. Wait, she says. Fuck me, what now? What about protection? Oh, shit, I forgot about that. There's no way I'm stopping now. I don't give a fuck about protection. This is too good an opportunity to pass up. It feels better without protection, I say. But... shh. I put my finger to her lips. We'll get you sorted in the morning. That shut her smart little mouth up. Now, are you ready? She nods. I bite my lip as I plunge into her sweet little fun hole. She gasps in pain, but I don't care. She puts her arms around my neck and kisses me softly. I fuck her, and the balloon, harder and harder. I'm totally lost in the moment. I need that damn balloon to pop. Do you think you could pop the balloon with your nails? I ask, slamming her even harder. I don't know, she says. Why don't you do it? Hell fucking yes! She plugs her ears and shuts her eyes tight, and I nick the balloon with my nails. It explodes. I explode. Anna explodes around me. She cries out in ecstasy as I collapse on top of her. Okay, that was definitely the best experience of my life. I'm not letting her go ever again. Part 2, Chapter 14. My mouth goes dry as I watch my wife Anna slip another balloon onto the nozzle of the helium tank. My cock could split the bitch in half right now, especially with the way she's been torturing me sexually over the past 7 years. Anna and I started a relationship after the night we spent together at her mom's house, and married 2.5 years later. The wedding was chastity in itself because Anna insisted on having balloons. Imagine that. A lunar surrounded by balloons who's not allowed to so much as touch them. Fucking torture. I was beginning to regret marrying her in the first place, but Anna's so damn hot that she has me going back to her every night. Especially after the honeymoon. We spent it at Disney World and we got balloons to take back to the hotel. That night, Anna slammed her firm little ass down on one of them until it popped, and then I plunged myself into the hole that was now legally mine once more. All the while, Anna kept talking about starting her decoration business and wanting me to help her. Of course, I would have preferred her to continue modeling, but she would have none of it. So I complied, if only to shut her up. But helping her start Rainbow Balloons was the biggest mistake of my life. The only upside to marrying Anna was that I now owned that tight little body, and the looning skills that came with it. After inflating the balloon to a nice firm pear shape, Anna holds it to her half-exposed tits to tie it. She's prepping for a decoration job at a kid's party, but all I can think about is slamming her hard on the balloon until it pops. I have to snap myself out of this somehow. Maybe a cold shower would help. I make my excuses and retreat to the bathroom of our semi-detached house we bought. Or should I say, I bought, shortly before we married. I turn on the shower, and as the cold water cascades down on me, I start to wonder where the hell I went wrong. Anna was supposed to be the perfect wife. I honestly thought she was, I really did. But ever since we married, all she's done is stab me in the back. She's faithful and all, that's not the problem. But the looning has all but completely dried up. And when it does happen, it's a half-assed effort. When I exit the bathroom, Anna has already left for her party job. The shower has done nothing to kill my monster libido. I decide to hit up the forums to see if there's any new vids. If I can't get my fix from Anna, I'll sure as hell go elsewhere. And besides, it might take my mind off of her for a while. Tim Summers. Loving Rainbow Balloon's latest work. Would love to see Anna destroy it all even more. Or maybe not. I should have been prepared for this. This guy, Tim Summers, is pretty much obsessed with Anna. He has been since the days of when she was a model. At the time, I couldn't really blame him. After all, I was obsessed with her too. How times have changed. Mark Lunar. Don't kid yourself, Anna's nothing special, dude. I don't even care that he's perving on my wife. I just want to set the poor deluded guy straight. Mark Lunar. Female lunars don't exist. I know that now. Tim Summers. Maybe you're just not giving her what she wants. Where the fuck did that come from? What does this idiot know about my marriage? Yes, Anna and I have issues, but that's between me and Anna. All this talk is just making me more and more frustrated. After discovering there's been no noteworthy new clips posted on the forum, which doesn't exactly surprise me, we're a small niche fetish after all, I decide to take matters into my own hands. Anna obviously has her balloons that she uses for her job, and I have my own. But today, I decide that Anna's pissed me off so much that I'm going to take my revenge. I'm going to play with some of her balloons. I'm naked, surrounded by tightly inflated balloons and straddling another. I'm so close to coming, but something's not quite hitting the spot. I need Anna. Even though she's been pissing me off lately, she's still incredibly sexy and the best fuck I've ever had. Anna has now been gone for a couple of hours. Surely it doesn't take that long to deliver a bunch of balloons to a kid's party. Where the fuck is she? Hands shaking and dripping with sweat, or it could be pre-cum, I'm not entirely sure. I take my iPhone off of the bedside table and dial Anna's number. After ringing about 5 times, it goes to voicemail. Damn it. I try calling again, but the same thing happens. I repeat the process 4 more times until finally Anna answers. Babe, what's up? She asks. Don't babe me, I think to myself. Aren't you at work? Aw, shit, I forgot all about work. Are you okay? Am I okay? Am I okay? She has the audacity to ask that question after what she's put me through. Baby, I say breathlessly, I had to leave the office early. A little white lie, but I don't want her spazzing out on me for not going to work. Ever since I saw you blowing those loons this morning, I haven't stopped thinking about you. As she pauses for a moment on the other line, I can hear the cogs going round in her tiny little brain. I need you home right now, I moan. Anna sighs. We talked about this. You don't understand, I protest. You don't understand anything. This is super intense. I need you home now to help me finish. Wait, what are you doing now? My God, I married a dumbass. I'm in the bedroom, playing with some of your balloons. At that moment, my cock springs to action, and I realize that torturing Anna with her balloons is kinky as fuck. I hump the loon beneath me harder. You were supposed to be home hours ago. I'm having tea with the parents at the party, she says in her prissy English accent. And why are you playing with my balloons? Because it's what you deserve. I'm a looner, you have balloons. Do the fucking math. They're for my job, she whines. Maybe it wouldn't be a problem if you weren't too pussy to still be a model. She starts to cry. What a pathetic little bitch. Baby, I'm sorry. Another lie, but now I'm desperate. Just come home and suck me off. No! And with that, she hangs up. I fight the urge to throw my phone against the wall. Once again, it's up to me to take matters into my own hands. I just don't get it. How come all these guys on the forums talk about their wives and girlfriends indulging them with balloons? Are they all lying or something? I start to fantasize about gatecrashing that stupid little tea party, stripping naked, and fucking all the balloons to pop in front of the kids and their parents. And Anna. It's so fucking kinky that it makes me nut intensely all over the balloon. After it's been soaked in white, I dig my nails in and pop the fucker. Then I collapse on the bed in a heaving mess. Chapter 15. I'm browsing the forums while I wait for Anna to come home. A chat box suddenly pops up from Tim Summers. Tim Summers. I'm currently waiting to board a flight for England. Wait, why the fuck would Tim want to come over to England? Tim Summers. Do you have any tips? Any tips about what, exactly? Mark Lunar. Why are you coming over here? Tim Summers. For some balloon fun. Ha! That makes me laugh out loud. Mark Lunar. Dude, the girls over here are even less accommodating than the girls in the US. Tim Summers. What do you mean? Aren't you married to a lunar girl? Mark Lunar. Marrying Anna was the biggest mistake of my life. She's not a lunar at all. I told you before. Female lunars don't exist. Tim Summers. We'll see about that when I get over there. Poor deluded idiot. I roll my eyes and close the laptop down. A few minutes later, an exhausted-looking Anna walks through the front door. Why does she look so tired? She's been sitting around drinking tea all afternoon, for God's sake. Finished, then? She asks, shutting the door behind her. I jump up from the sofa and pull her into a non-convincing hug. I'm so sorry, baby. I'm just a little frustrated. Understatement of the century. Do you forgive me? She sighs. I guess so. Anyway, I have some news. I break away and look her in the eyes. What kind of news? I just had a phone call from a lady who works for a major record company. I look at her quizzically, wondering where on earth this is going. They're putting on a charity gig for kids, she gushes, and they want me to create some balloons for them. My face falls and my arms drop to my sides. What have I done to deserve this torture? You know you're torturing me when you talk about balloons, right? Is that all you think about? She asks. Well, baby, that's kind of the definition of a fetish. It's like you don't appreciate me anymore. The comment makes me think, do I appreciate her? I step back a little and admire her body. Then I start to imagine that tight little body pressed against a balloon. Despite her ignorance, I definitely do appreciate her. I try to hug her once more. I'm sorry, forget I said anything, but she pushes me away. Mark, I need to be alone for a while. I watch her intently as she walks up the stairs, presumably to the bedroom. Ah, shit. What have I done now? Anna is starting to get on my last nerve. Not only does she refuse to cater to my fetish, she actively dangles it in front of me. She really was too good to be true. Scratch that. Anna is evil. I can't believe I let her trick me into marrying her like that. But now I'm thousands of miles away from home and I'm broke. I'm pretty much stranded. The only outlet I have is the forums. It's nowhere near as good as having a hot lunar chick around my cock, but it's better than nothing. I decide to check out the latest developments, since Anna is doing design shit in the bedroom and I'm horny again. As I strip to my underwear and grab hold of my dick, I expect there to be some new vids or pics for me to perv over, but instead there's an even bigger development on the forum. LunarCon, the world's first balloon fetish convention. Needless to say, my interest is piqued. I read on. We are very pleased and excited to announce LunarCon, the world's first balloon fetish convention. During the 4 days and nights, you can expect $50 worth of balloons in every room in the host hotel. Workshops on all aspects of looning and looning culture. Balloon party on the second night. Exclusive use of the pool. Interact with some of the hottest lunar models. Plus much more. Registration is $299 per person. Message Loon King for more details. Wow, this all sounds awesome. Definitely my kind of party. And who knows, maybe Anna could learn a thing or two. My thoughts go back to the first balloon party I attended. Wow, what a mistake that turned out to be in the end. I shake my head, trying to shake off the memory of when I met Anna. The price for this convention is pretty steep, much higher than the one I went to before. But it's now or never. Anna needs to be educated about balloons. And not about decorating bullshit either. Real hardcore balloon stuff. I click on Loon King's username and tap out a message. Chapter 16. It's been an extremely productive day. Not on the work front, that's actually been kinda boring. But I've managed to purchase 2 tickets to LunarCon. One for me and one for Anna. I'm feeling pretty pleased with myself, even though I'm $600 poorer, and I haven't even booked the plane tickets yet. As I walk through the front door with a smile on my face, Anna is standing at the bottom of the stairs waiting for me. You'll never believe what happened to me as I was going to work this morning, she says. What's that then, baby? I ask, putting my arms around her and kissing her softly. This LunarCon thing has caused me to have a whole new appreciation for my wife. Or maybe I'm just horny. This complete wanker was standing outside the driveway, she explains, trying to ask me to do things with balloons for him. You know, your kind of balloon things. Huh? What the fuck? Sheesh, I don't even get that from you, and you're my wife for God's sake, I reply, hoping she'll take it as some kind of hint, while I try to figure out who from the forums it could possibly be. Yeah, so I ran over his foot. Like I said before, evil. Are you saying you would do something like that to me if I asked you for some balloon fun? I stare intently into her eyes. She's silent for a moment, as if she doesn't know what to say. I decide it's time to tell her about the convention. There was a poster on the forum which I printed off at work. God knows how I haven't been fired for looking at so much kinky stuff. I pull it out of my pocket and hand it to her. You need to be educated in the fetish world, I say, and this event, the world's first lunar convention, is the perfect place to learn more about it. She stares at me, again saying nothing. The look on her face is pure stupidity. I almost feel sorry for her. Almost. Plus, I continue before she has a chance to respond, it's an opportunity for us both to have some crazy fun. Anna sighs. Babe, not only would a party like this scare the shit out of me, I can't go because of work. She's really pissing me off now. What happened to love, honor, and obey. I rip the poster from her hand. I knew you'd say no. Well, guess what? I've already purchased our tickets, so I guess you'll have to cancel your stupid charity gig. I don't want to go anyway, she protests. It's not my thing. I'll make it your thing if it's the last thing I do. Anna, I love you. I really do, I lie. But how do you expect me to carry on in this relationship when you are so closed-minded about my fetish? It's a need that I need to fulfill. It will never go away. If I try to suppress it, it will drive me mad. So you need to accept it, or move on with your life. I start making my way up the stairs. Please don't leave me, Mark, Anna calls after me. I ignore her, slamming the bedroom door behind me. As I slump onto the double bed I share with Anna, my phone buzzes. Tim Summers. I see what you mean about Anna. Wait, what? Tim Summers. I'll get what I want from her someday. For a brief moment, I'm confused, and then it hits me. Tim's the guy whose foot Anna ran over. He's here, in England. He wants my bitch. Well, he's got another thing coming. She might not be very accommodating toward me, but I still own her. Mark Lunar. Please fuck off back to America. Tim Summers. Why don't you? After all, it's not like you're getting any over here. Mark Lunar. Seriously, Tim? Fuck you. I decide to close my phone down before I get the urge to throw it against the wall again. A week later, Anna has decided we have marriage issues and has signed us up for some counseling. Why do we have to do this? I ask, getting in the car. Anna climbs into the driver's seat and starts the engine. We need to fix our relationship problems. There's an easy fix to our problems, baby, and that's on you. We don't have relationship problems, I respond. At least we wouldn't if you were a little more accommodating toward me. And maybe if you were a bit more accommodating towards me and not so selfish, she snaps back. Excuse me? I've been over fucking backwards for her and her stupid little business. Let's just see what happens when we get there, shall we? She starts to pull out of the drive when I notice there's a guy sitting on our fence. Even though I've never actually seen his face before, I know instantly that it's Tim Summers. Suddenly he moves in front of the car, blocking our path. Get out the car, he shouts. I look over at Anna, who's frozen in fear. I said get out the car, bitch! Just do it, baby, I say. I'm right behind you. Anna opens the car door and steps out. I do the same on my side. Well, 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 Tim smirks. If it isn't Anna Jones, my favorite little balloon slut. What did you just call her? I yell, squaring up to him. No one calls her a slut except me. What's the matter, Mark? He laughs. Jealous because you're not getting any? Okay, now he's fucking asking for it. I grab him by the collar and punch him square in the face. He falls to the floor, but I'm not done yet. I continue raining down blows until there's blood gushing from his face. Mark, stop! Anna screams. Tim gets up from the floor and locks Anna in the eyes. You'll pay for this, whore. I could punch him some more, but Anna stops me before I get a chance. Then she takes out her cell phone and calls an ambulance. Why is she calling an ambulance? After what he just said to her? I'll never understand females. How does he know about our relationship problems? She asks as he gets taken away by paramedics. I often vent to him on various balloon fetish forums, I say. His name's Tim Summers. At that moment, Anna looks like she's seen a ghost. Does she know who he is? If so, how? Chapter 17. After waiting for what seems like forever, we're finally called into the counselor's office. It's a pretty simple setup with a desk and 3 chairs. There's also a plant in the corner and some paintings on the walls. Why am I noticing all these details? Probably because I'm nervous. Let's get started, says the counselor, whose name is Dr. Smith. How long have you two been together? 7 years, says Anna. We met in America, where Mark is from, while I was working over there. The long pause makes it sound like she's ashamed of her former job. And when did things start going wrong? Asks Dr. Smith. When Anna suddenly decided not to cater to my balloon fetish, I say, before Anna gets a chance to say anything. So you have a balloon fetish? I just said that, dumbass. No shit. Now the doc is pissing me off. Mark, there's no need to talk to him like that, Anna scolds me. Who are you, my mother? I ignore Anna and continue talking to the doc. Anna was a lunar girl in Vegas 7 years ago. Is that how you met? Wow, for a doctor, he's really fucking stupid. Yeah, I continue. I thought I'd hit the jackpot when I'd scored her. It's all coming out now. I don't care. She needs to know how I feel. Scored me? Asks Anna. I'm not a prize. I keep ignoring her whining. Anyways, it was obviously some kind of trick, because after a few years, the looning totally dried up for no reason. Anna looks hurt, as if she didn't know the reason I was attracted to her in the first place was that I thought she was a lunar. I swear, she gets dumber every day. Okay, here's my side of the story, she says, looking as if she's going to cry. I'm a professional balloon decorator. Here we go, I roll my eyes. A lot of my work involves making decorations and gifts for children. I don't think I like where she's going with this. It doesn't seem moral to use balloons in that way. Oh no, she didn't. What? I yell. How dare you accuse me of something like that? What are you talking about, Mark? We've been through this. My fetish has nothing to do with children. I never said it did, says Anna. I'm just saying I feel uncomfortable doing those things. Which is understandable, Anna, says Dr. Smith. Oh, so he's siding with her now. Mark, he continues, you can't make Anna do things she doesn't want to do. He's really pissing me off. I just ignore him. Why couldn't you have just continued being a model? I ask Anna. We could have opened our own site. I know a little about coding and stuff. Why are you so obsessed with this stupid fetish? Anna shouts. I stare into her eyes. You're ridiculous, I say, shaking my head. I've had enough of this bullshit. Time to take back my life. I storm out of the counselor's office. I only look back to say, I'm taking the car. Don't bother coming back to my house. And I slam the door behind me. It's the day after the counseling session, and I'm so mad. I'm mad at Anna, I'm mad at Dr. Smith, and I'm mad at myself for letting this happen. I'm also horny as fuck. That's what seems to happen when I'm mad. Of course, I could just have a fap. That would be the easiest thing to do. But that won't do right now. I need a real girl to destroy. Anna would be perfect, but she's out of the question right now. I wonder if Chantel's still working. I unlock my cell phone and hit up the escort site that I originally found her on. After a quick search, I find her. I decide to send her a message. Remember me, the guy with the balloons? A few minutes later, she responds. Hi, Mark. Nice to hear from you. That's a good sign. Listen, I'm in a little bit of a situation and I need some balloon fun. Are you free? She responds, Sure. I'll be free in about an hour. So I send a booking form for an hour's time and freshen up, ready for her arrival. Chapter 18. When Chantel arrives, I make it clear that I need something hard and rough to take out my frustrations. She seems a little apprehensive at first, but after a while she agrees. As well she should. After all, that's what I'm paying her for. Again, I decide that, even though I have plenty of my own, we're going to use some of Anna's balloons. They are mostly 12 inchers, way smaller than what I'm used to, but it's the least Anna deserves right now. And besides, I'm going to destroy them all anyway. I'm in full destruction mode, and with every balloon popped I get harder and harder. I can't wait to plunge myself into Chantel. Just when I'm about to smash her in, I hear a commotion coming from downstairs. Who the fuck could that be? Chantel can hear it too. Just ignore it. She kisses me softly and giggles. The noise coming from downstairs gets louder. It's distracting me, and Chantel can see this. In an effort to keep my attention, she nicks one of the balloons with her nails. It explodes, making me cum intensely. As I recover from the orgasm, I can hear footsteps coming up the stairs. It's then that I instantly know who they belong to. Anna. Suddenly, the bedroom door opens and my fears are confirmed. Standing there with a face like thunder is my now ex-wife. Anna, I shout. What are you doing here? I told you to stay the fuck away from my house. Officially, it's still my house, too, she yells. Are you using my balloons for inhuman things? Inhuman things? No, I'm using them for my fetish, I say smugly. Mark, I need them for my job. Like I give a flying fuck. Yeah, well, Chantel needs them to make money after all, I say, pointing to Chantel. So I guess I can justify this after all. Why did I say that? Anna starts to laugh. Chantel? That's the chaviest slut name I've ever heard. I don't have a fucking clue what chavvy means, and I don't really care. Get out of Mark's house, you frigid pussy, yells Chantel. Anna laughs again. So you're telling me this slag is a hooker, and you're paying her to do sick stuff with balloons for you, in our bed, and we're not even divorced yet? Sick stuff with balloons. That's it. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Thwack! I slap Anna around the face. A long overdue slap, if you ask me. The dumb bitch starts crying. Chantel starts laughing. I can see why he chucked you. Come on, Marky. I was almost done until this little slut showed up. Finish me off, quick! Wiping her tears, Anna storms toward Chantel. I'll finish you off in a minute, bitch! Anna, seriously? Just fuck off! I grab Anna by the shoulders and push her out the bedroom and down the stairs. You'll pay for this, she yells, still crying. Unlikely. As I hear her slam the front door behind her, I feel like smashing Chantel in again. But she makes her excuses, something about going over my time, and leaves. What the fuck's gotten into her? Chapter 19. The events of the past couple of days have left me exhausted, so much so that I actually have a nap for a couple of hours. Which is odd, because I haven't actually had a daytime nap since I was in kindergarten. I'm having a sexy dream about fucking a hot lunar girl, but it's cut disappointingly short when I'm woken by a buzzing noise coming from my phone. It's a notification from the forums. Tim Summers. Your Anna's one hot fuck. What? How the fuck would he know that? There's only one way, of course. My blood runs cold and I feel like I'm going to punch something. Mark Lunar. What happened? Tim Summers. She came on to me. Mark Lunar. Were there balloons involved? Tim Summers. Lots. The fuck? So all this time Anna refused to indulge me, and yet here she is, loon fucking some random dude? I punch Anna's number into my cell phone. It goes straight to answer phone. Typical. She won't get away with this. I won't let her. It's now been 5 days since my conversation with Tim, and I still haven't gotten hold of Anna. She's ignoring me on purpose. I know she is. She's probably getting off on imagining my pain. This has been her plan all along, hasn't it? Ever since she met me. Her plan was to seduce me, trick me into marrying her, and then stab me in the back. I've no doubt in my mind now that Anna is evil. I try calling Anna one more time. This time she answers. Hello, she stammers. Don't give me that. Finally, you fucking slut, I yell into the phone. Is this your way of paying me back? Is it? What do you mean? She says, her voice shaking. You know what I mean, you stupid whore. You fucked Tim Summers. Mark, he raped me. Playing the rape card now, are we? You sick bitch. That's what they all say, I reply. Why are you doing this? She whines. Haven't I suffered enough? That makes me laugh. Bitch, I'm only about to get started. Some serious shit's about to go down for you. Just you fucking watch. Kiss goodbye to your precious business. I hang up, feeling rather smug with myself. I know it takes two to tango, but I fully blame Anna for this whole situation. She is a master seductress and a manipulator. In fact, they should probably add, is a manipulative bitch, to the autism diagnostic criteria, or whatever. She knows exactly what she's doing. But she's not getting away with it. Tim Summers. Dude, I'm so scared. Mark Lunar. Why? Tim Summers. That bitch Anna's gonna call the cops and cry rape on me. Mark Lunar. What a psycho whore. She knew she had it coming for her when she signed up to be a model. Mark Lunar, if you ask me, she's had this whole thing planned all along. Tim Summers, she's got a deep-rooted hate for Lunars. I suspect she was rejected by one. Mark Lunar, we need to avenge the lunar community. Tim Summers, got any ideas? Mark Lunar, actually, I do. I saw a hooker a couple of weeks ago. I could easily set up a profile in Anna's name and send it to the record company people who are doing that stupid charity gig. Tim Summers, that's a great idea. And then we could force her to come to LunarCon with us. Mark Lunar, and she could be made to perform a lunar orgy or something. The pathetic slut will hate that. Tim Summers, this is why we're friends. Mark Lunar, leave this to me. We're gonna ruin her life if it's the last thing we do. This has been The Pauper, Mark's story. Written by Aston Clark. Narrated by Kaeomakana Tiwanak. Copyright 2018 by Aston Clark. Production copyright by Aston Clark.